What is happening, everybody? This is Bandit JJ in America with the co-host.
Ashton, man, you know Mr. Remnant of Despair. Let's go.
All right, welcome to the Eternal Vintage Podcast, episode 38? 38? What?
38. What? I'm on my 38.
Man, that is nuts, man. 38 episodes of this. So yeah, 3 more months, it'll be 1 year. We'll start doing this podcast.
Man, everybody making numbers, man. We got VGL who's hitting the 1K, Vintage Podcast hitting the 38 episode, about to be 40. In the next few months, we're going to be hitting that 50 episode of the podcast. So that's something to look big for when it happens.
True that.
Yeah, and then, and again, with me and JJ collabing on this podcast, our channels have definitely gained another level of exposure. So, and that's good because, even though we have like similar topics, similar genres we follow, JJ has his own way of doing it and I have my own way. And, it works that way. It works good.
Yeah, that's called diversity.
Diversity with being in the same culture in America.
In America. We got a hefty I wouldn't say hefty, but yeah, we have quite a bit of topics tonight. Mainly, it's going to be focused on E3 that's coming up tomorrow, and it's supposed to end June 15th, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to talk about that last. And around the 10-minute mark, of course, we'll get started on our topics. We'll cover anime first. We got a couple of things there. I found an interesting article about political correctness in anime from a notable mangaka artist. So yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
what's Sigma Jones say?
you gentlemen are definitely part of the nerd pill crew. Hey man, look, ain't nothing wrong with having some nerdiness in you, as long as you can still like be socialized outside, of your culture. You should be fine. Cause like, I came across some people who was just as knowledgeable as me and JJ in the anime gaming culture, and they are kind of weird. Like I don't know. Maybe people deal with social anxiety in a whole different way, but I embrace what I love to do, and it never faltered from me. It never became a problem, especially in the urban area. If somebody want to try to bully me about that, guess what? They got bullied back. I don't play on games like that.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at things, man. I don't really put my nerd pillness out there, but
Yeah,
it does come out of me, especially when I do these videos and I'm really into the topic at hand. I just kind of have to go with the flow and express myself on
yeah.
why I feel the way I do about said show or said manga or whichever, or game
Especially
even.
especially
Mhm.
the gangster manga that you be covering, man. You get hear the excitement and the enjoyment that you get from like looking it over, like getting your collection up with it. It's amazing, man.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Hopefully, the author's doing all right, with her disease and everything. So
Right.
just putting it out there because I felt like it was so underrated. Like, damn.
Right. And just
Yeah.
to let you know, I like caught up on Megalobox. I'm planning on doing because I was gonna do a Sunset Rose video, which that's still on the way. But
Okay.
I'm a push for the Megalobox video I'm gonna do after episode 11 because we're gonna get, I think it's 13. I'm gonna do a predictions on the ending for Megalobox Nomad. And I ain't gonna lie, some of them, one of them could be far fetched because it's going to be three. One of
Mm,
the seems reasonable, and one of them is cliche. But I thought I should share it, because like man, Megalobox really have done this thing, um, and I definitely will be cover be covering 86 because 86, that last episode was so freaking emotional, yo. I was sitting there like, no, baby, come back. I was a train wreck watching that. I had to sit there for a second and kind of like, realize that, I supposed to be like, not getting so attached to these people due to how everything is set up. But that's just me.
right, right. No doubt about it, man. I think for me, I think what I plan to do is once Cestus Roman Fire is over, I'll do a review about that, give my thoughts on the anime. It's about 9 episodes in so far. I haven't seen the ninth episode yet, so I'm gonna wait till this weekend or probably once I go back to work, I'll try to watch that. Jiran, Princess of Snow and Blood, that's almost over. There's one more episode, and that episode was. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little bit of a plot shield, man, because I did not realize that little girl was gonna come back alive. I thought she was gone, but she came back. I'm like, what? How'd she come back? Like, they just brought her back all of a sudden. I'm thinking like Yukimura is gonna have like a baby, and the girl that she was working with, she ended up having the child. She bore the baby. Yukimura and the girl helped her in that. So I thought that was gonna be like her new daughter or whatever, Yukimura's daughter, but that's not the case. So yeah, the baby was born, but I guess she stuck with the mom. She stuck with Karen, I guess. But yeah, a little bit of a plot shield to find out that the girl got saved after all after getting cut by Yukimura's other partner who turned into a demon, basically betrayed her and stuff. So it's like, wow. There's one more episode, so can't wait to see what happens there, and I'll talk about that as well. And Burning Comedy, I thought was out today, but it's not out. It's gonna be tomorrow. I thought it was gonna be today. Got a couple of messages here. Okay, yeah.
All
We'll,
right,
we'll
but
touch on that later.
Hey, but real quick though, like stepping aside outside of like gaming and anime,
Mhm.
man, like I found myself because I've been picking up like a lot of work hours because games is coming up. I know that PS5 controller is out. I want to get that. It's just a few things that I want to cover and probably do a little bit of upgrading in my gaming room. But also, but I got a chance to like dive into some music because I'm just going to, you already know the elephant in the room that J. Cole dropped his album, and man, that album was freaking fantastic. I think I would listen to that thing like 15 times, bro, the whole album through when I was skipping it. It's that amazing.
Oh, he put out a new album. I didn't know that. Wow.
Oh yeah, the off season, it's real good. And to be very surprising, like he did a song with 21 Savage that was actually really good. Like, I mean, really, really good. Then he got one. The Pride is the Devil. That's one of my favorite songs on there too. Like, but reason I'm bringing up the whole music thing is because another artist dropped an album and it came out of nowhere. I was like, because I don't follow like celebrities like on any like social platform. The only one I think I follow, cause I'm gonna take that back. The only one I think I follow is probably 50 Cent because he's like the biggest like celebrity troll. But Lloyd Banks dropped a new album after 10 years.
What? Damn. He was the most lyrically inclined guy on Genuine. I remember him.
Yeah. And yo, that album was good. Like it was phenomenal. Like I listened to it this whole week going to work, like because it's like a 28-minute drive. So I was able to cut the album up, listen to it. After 2 days, got the full version, listened to everything. Was like, man, that album was terrific. And then I doing the same thing over again.
Wow, that's crazy right there. That is something. I have to check that out too, man. It's been a
Man, real
long time since I listened to Lloyd Banks.
man,
Real.
I'm gonna tell you, he on his NY ish, like for real, like he really did his thing, and I just had to say it, man, like because sometimes when you like gaming and anime, sometimes you blast some music in your headphones and kind of like just zone out playing the game. Still do it to this day. Like some even when I revisit a game, I put the headphones in, get some music going, and like and just go to town, like
Go to town. Get
go
down
to
with the get down.
get down, get what to get down. Yeah.
All right, well, we're 13 minutes in the stream. Let's pull up the first article. And why don't we talk about Attack on Titan for a bit? Because something interesting happened. The studio for Attack on Titan, if I'm not mistaken, Studio Mappa, they are hiring. It seems they are hiring. Let me
Oh,
get them up.
let's see. So you said the article with Attack on Titan. All right, it's hiring new animators, right?
Yes, that one from comicbook.com.
Oh
Let's
yeah.
pull it up. Oh, I got two of me. There we go. My bad. Let's try that again. Okay. Here we go. From comicbook.com, Attack on Titan Studios hiring new animators. So, there are some studios that have excelled over the years, meaning Studio Mappa. Following its take on Gato High School and Attack on Titan, Mappa blew up with fans online, and it seems the studio is now hiring animators. If you want to work on Attack on Titan before it ends, this is your last shot. Mappa needs animators ASAP, but you better think hard before you send in an application. Yeah, you're gonna be working sun up to sundown.
Right.
So yeah, they made the announcement on Twitter. You can see that here. This was back on the 1st of June. So that was about 11 days ago. The studio is looking for new and experienced animators to join its team. And if you did not know, Mappa has a ton of shows for artists to work on. A lot of work. Check out the lineup. So Mappa is in charge of Jujutsu Kaisen, Yasuke, Listeners, Dorohedoro, and Kage Karui. This isn't even to mention Zombieland Saga and its upcoming take on Chainsaw Man. Mappa has also overseen work on a number of films, and Jujutsu Kaisen just announced plans for its first film this year. So, clearly, Mappa has enough going on to warrant the new hires, but animators need to think about their commitment before signing up. The anime industry has been plagued with insanely low wages and overtime complexes. Yep. In fact, it wasn't long ago that a former Mappa artist likened the studio to a machine who expected unfulfilling work from its crew. Yes, we talked about that in previous podcasts. Still, the opportunity is here. Mappa has the series to share. If you have ever dreamed of bringing your art to hit anime, a still opportunity has come your way. If you can handle the workload that comes with it. Would you care to work on any of Mappa's big series, or is there another studio out there calling your name? Hmm, that's why you aspiring animators out here in America
In
or
America.
in Japan. So
In-
yeah,
Yeah. That's very interesting though. I mean, but see, that's them like I guess they kind of like taking a look at the feedback over the like previous projects they did. I mean, and to me, like I guess like one of their biggest falls was got a high school because like it felt rushed. You can character development was a very big issue. So yeah, that they
oh, I
do.
heard something outside. But
No,
anyway, let's do a
no,
VGL.
no, I was just saying that it's a good deal. And VGL, what's going on, man?
Yeah, we were just talking about Attack on Titan Studio Mappa, looking for new talent out there. For those that don't know, you might want to go over there and send in your resume so they can put you to work in
Uh,
Japan.
apply to get paid, my brother.
Go to work in Japan. So I
And
got another article from comicbook.com, and this is about the anime industry overall. Let's check this one out.
oh, let's,
So, as you can see, anime demand has risen over 30% domestically this year. Whoa.
that's big.
Whoa. So, check this out, guys. Because of the pandemic, there's a new report out detailing how growth tracks year over year, and the domestic push is something to celebrate. Recently, Parrot Analytics did a breakdown of content domestically where television is cornered, and it reported include anime. It was there fans learned the demand for anime content domestically is up over 30% year over year. So check out Miles Thomas's tweet. I don't know if I'll be able to pull that up. Let's see. Okay, it's on Twitter. Let's see what he says. Pull up the image. Check this out. So we got 2019 quarter four, 2021 quarter two, quarter three, quarter four, and look at where the bar is for quarter one 2021. That is a 32% jump for the demand. I'm sorry, for the anime series. I'm trying to see if that's in the thousands or the millions. This graph, I'm not entirely sure. Could be a little more detailed for my taste, but yeah, that's pretty big, man.
Yeah.
That's very big. Let's go back to the article. See if they said anything else. Said the report, which can be seen above, also shows the trend for all of 2020. It seems like the third quarter last year peaked for anime, but its fourth quarter remained strong. Now the first quarter looked good, and so fans in the United States are showing up to stream. Luckily, there are plenty of venues to watch anime domestically if you're interested. You have Crunchyroll, Funimation, they're the go-to spots. Others, you got Hulu, Netflix, and Tubi TV. They offer solid offerings as well. And if you didn't know already, Amazon Prime and even YouTube have some anime available to users. Well, we knew about that. With so many venues to watch anime at, you can see why demand is rising year over year. It is also important to note that demand is also growing for manga domestically. In fact, publishers like Viz Media are having trouble keeping stock in the face of overwhelming sales. So if you're also keen in on getting manga, you might have some trouble nabbing print copies these days. You can also supplement with digital copies like those found in Viz Shonen Jump Vault. So yeah, very good article right there. So I guess you could thank the pandemic a little bit because people are staying at home more and they're steadily watching anime just to pass time by. So that's pretty awesome to hear.
Oh man, that's real good, man. The pandemic actually made more people watch anime, like people outside of it. Look at the success for Demon Slayer. Like, we ran the analytics that pretty much showed us like, how many people in Japan knew about Demon Slayer, and that percentage was over 70. That's big.
Very big. Very pleased
So
to see what's happening with this, man. Real talk.
yeah,
Real
man.
pleased.
Man, it's crazy that I could go to work and like, man, so many people know about, like My Hero Academia, Demon Slayer, and it's not just Dragon Ball Z no more, it's other stuff. So like and then the thing is too, it's not even a gender thing no more. Like, a lot of these people that comes up to talk to me about this is actually, a lot of females. And it's like, brothers, get out of that social awkwardness. You better get your anime on and get you some anime cheeks, like for real.
Yeah, that's interesting that more women are looking at anime these days. But
Yeah,
yeah,
and
still
then
be careful, guys. She's only an anime fan to a fault. Has
yeah.
she seen all the animes that you watched? You gotta test her on her anime intelligence.
And
Just saying.
then and then if you plan on getting buns just because it's anime, wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. You can never be safe.
Yep,
Like,
one can never be too
hey,
careful.
you know what's so crazy too in the anime world? Like every guy now in the anime world has a thing for Megan Thee Stallion. Like every since they
How's that possible? How?
well because like they like here let me look this up real quick and I'm gonna shoot you a picture of this.
Oh, okay, yeah. In the meantime, I'll put up the Cowboy Bebop article for you guys because this talks about the movie Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, I'll share that with you guys very quick while Ash gives us some
Okay.
juicy information. So, found this article from Anime News Network. And this talks about Netflix's live action Cowboy Bebop movie.
Okay.
And guess who this is? Yoko Kanno. For those that don't know, she is the
Lisa
main
found a home.
composer for the anime.
Lisa found a home.
So what?
No, I was talking. I know my wife was asking me something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But here, I'm shooting a picture for you now. And which article is we covering? Oh, no,
This is the Cowboy Bebop movie.
oh, no, that's the wrong thing. You said a Cowboy Bebop. Hold on. Where
Yeah, Netflix.
Netflix? Okay. Oh, because live action. Right. Hold on.
Hmm.
All right. So this is what got them crazy because like for it and because she started because she made it clear that she watches anime and the one anime that she says she really likes right now is My Hero. So she cosplayed. This is the first one she did and took the internet by storm. Took the fucking internet by storm.
Oh, okay. Let's cover this right quick, and then we'll show everybody else.
Oh yeah, let me get to it though.
But yeah, for where I was left off, so we have the Cowboy Bebop film coming up in the fall, and they also invited Yoko Kanno. For those that don't know, she is the anime's composer to Cowboy Bebop. So she was like behind the scenes making all the great music that was back in the anime, well back, like really back in the '90s. Like it's been a very long time. And so you remember the opening theme, Tank? Yeah, she helped produce that, and that
Yeah,
was sung by the Seatbelts. And
yeah.
looks like there's a tweet here, and I recognize this guy. This is John Cho. So yeah, it's kind of cool to see actors talk about Cowboy Bebop because that just shows you how old this anime is.
And how much of a classic it is. Like
Yeah,
the opening itself is amazing, and then it's like the show itself is
yeah,
just
that's
really
Tank. Yeah, that's the opening Tank. Yep.
yeah, yeah. See, and that tells you something. Like this is one of the classics. Like if somebody like if I never heard this, but if I ever come across that person, I probably will go to jail because if somebody be like, I couldn't get into Cowboy Bebop, it's trash. You're just gonna see me give one of them my 5-figure discount slaps. Like I'm slapping the skin off your face.
Oh no.
Like y'all watch Baki. You see what my man's did to the Keisha. He took his whole
Keisha.
face. He took his whole face off. That's gonna happen to you if you ever dog out Cowboy Bebop. You will know despair.
All right, let's check out this video right quick. Let's see.
Oh, okay.
I think it's time to go. Let's get everybody this stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Yo. That was yo. That was big, yo.
I think they're like the main characters in the actual movie. So I'm assuming the black guy is Jet Black and she's Faye Valentine and John Cho is Spike. Yeah, I think. Let's see. Let's go down. Yep. Let's see. The series stars John Cho. Yep, I should have guessed it. Mustafa Shakir as Jet, so he's actually black. Okay. And Daniela Pineda as Faye. Alex Hassel as Vicious, and Elena Satine as Julia. And we also have Jeff Stoltz as Chalmers. He's the former partner of Jet. Tamara Tooney as Anna, the Martian club owner. Mason Alexander Park as Grin. I remember Grin. Rachel House as Mao, White Tiger's capo. Anne Trong as Shin, one of Vicious twin henchmen. And Hao Xuan Day as Lin, one of Vicious twin henchmen. Yeah, they worked with him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it
interesting.
looks like they're trying to go pretty hard to make this a hit. Still kind of nervous for it, but let's see. Netflix describes Cowboy Bebop as based on the worldwide phenomenon from Sunrise Inc. Cowboy Bebop is the jazz-inspired genre bending story of Spike Spiegel, Jet Black, Faye Valentine, and Radical Ed, a ragtag crew of bounty hunters on the run from their past as they hunt down the solar system's most dangerous criminals. They'll even save the world for the right price. Wow. So looks like they did this film during the COVID pandemic in 2020 in New Zealand. So that was interesting. Oh, I didn't
Interesting.
know this. John Cho had a knee injury in the film. Oh man, didn't know that. Trying to do too much.
Right.
And let's see. Tomorrow Studios and Marty Allenstein and Becky Clements, Yasuo Miyakawa, Masayuki Ozaki, and Shin Sasaki as Sunrise, and Tetsu Fumijira and Matthew Weinberg were also credited as executive producers. Damn, that's a lot. Chris Yost, behind Thor: The Dark World, Thor Ragnarok, is writing the series and is credited as executive producer. And let's see what else. Yeah, we know about the anime inspired the movie back in 2001, and it was released on DVD in North America in 2014. And for the 20th anniversary, the entire season was 2018. So yeah, I don't know, man. I hope the show does all right on Netflix. From what I can see,
I
maybe
mean,
it might not be so bad,
right. I think it'll be
What's good,
cool.
Azra?
What's up?
Oh, you're on break. Okay. Yeah, we just got through finishing talking about the Cowboy Bebop movie, and it's coming out sometime in the fall of 2021. So it's going to be on Netflix. So if you can, do check that out.
Yep. Just be aware. It's going to be awesome.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
I mean, live action animes haven't done the best, but hopefully they'll do all right. So, oh, okay, this is what Ash wanted you guys to see. I think I've seen this before. Let me do the screen share again. This is supposed to be Meg Thee Stallion
Yeah, Megan Thee Stallion. Like,
right there.
she's a female rap artist. Like, if you haven't heard her already, I mean, she definitely does the talking. She actually did another cosplay too. I'm gonna show you too.
Okay.
But she's like,
Hey, careful, Azra, careful.
what?
Go ahead, Ash, man.
Oh man.
Woo. So
Hey,
yeah, while he's looking for that, guys, let's do the next topic. I think I have. There's two more anime articles I know.
there
Yeah.
you go.
Okay. He's got another one. He's got another one. Another one.
Another one.
Another one. Oh, wrong link. Another one. Another one.
Oh
This
yeah.
here. Yeah, that's a chick from My Hero. That's Mizuru.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot how to say her name, damn it. But yeah, she's certainly into her anime. I see that now.
Yeah, like I'm gonna say, I'm not a big fan of hers. Not and don't get me wrong. I'm not like saying like, oh man, this is like really awesome. But here, hold on for just a second. I gotta step away.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, let me get the next article up while Ash is taking care of some things. I know we have two more articles here. Let me touch on this one right here, guys. This one is a little bit political. I know a lot of us aren't here for that type of stuff, but it was kind of rather interesting. Look at Single Jones. Hey man, Ash had to get his first on, so I couldn't tell him no. I couldn't tell him no. But yeah, here's the next article I wanted to tell you guys about. And this is from an anime that's kind of old, but I do remember it. It's just been a while. But the guy's name is Ken. What's his name? Akamatsu. Sorry, Ken Akamatsu, and he's the author of Love Hina. And so he was talking about pressures of foreign markets, meaning like Western markets, foreign countries outside Japan, and he was talking about political correctness. Political correctness, yes, and and how that is affecting manga overall. So, mangaka Ken Akamatsu, best known as mangaka behind the extremely popular Love Hina series, recently shared his concerns regarding the rising pressure from Western markets to introduce political correctness into manga and the possible negative effects such a push could have for creators and fans across the medium. So yeah, they're trying to regulate stuff like this. And I'm wondering about these kids' age here. They look rather young, but I won't take it there. A vocal and outspoken anti-censorship critic in his own right, Akamatsu broached the subject of political correctness during an opening panel of the recent Manga Artists Mirari Conference, an online event held last December, where various manga creators were invited to discuss their thoughts on the current state of the industry and their outlooks on the future. So, according to the translation, when asked for his thoughts on the manga and the overseas market, Akamatsu laughed and responded, in short, it's politically correct. He doesn't want this censor, people. Oh man, political correctness. External pressure is coming, such as the pressure to introduce political correctness in the manga and movies. That's dangerous, isn't it? He also explains. So far, when Japanese manga is at a stage of looking at the world, there is a pressure on the scene to meet more global standards. I like to have manga artists unify their opinions to some extent as to whether such things are correct or not. However, when the sales of works that have become globalized and have no sharp edges are good, they end up saying, oh, political correctness might be good. Okay. So his sentiments were echoed by co-panelist Takuma Kobayashi. He is the representative director of the publishing house Number 9 Company, who similarly opined. Regardless of the company, I think that freedom of expression should be respected in my personal opinion. Duly noted. Akamatsu later remarked, if you don't go abroad, political correctness problem isn't a battle at all. I don't think a series will sell that much when it comes to selling itself as politically correct. The point is, I think it's a mess, like a fire. That's more images of Love Hina. So, recalling on how he had heard that the excitement of Hollywood movies is generally decided by script doctors and scenario doctors, Akamatsu joked, from now on, I like to see release various blacks and whites with political correctness in mind. It may be the same no matter what you look at it, like Avengers, for example. I don't know, but after all, it's a hit. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, the Avengers films there, they had some political things on there, some woke stuff going on, especially with the Civil War. Yeah, so he's not entirely wrong there. So, in turning to the debate of mass appeal versus artistic authenticity, Akamatsu observed, the one that hits may go to Hollywood, but it is better to have freedom of expression. Manga is mainly about freedom of expression, and it feels like you don't give in to political correctness. And Akamatsu, before questioning, is it a loss if the politically correct books get overwhelming power? I wonder what that means. And yeah, we turn back to Kobayashi. Even if there is entertainment that goes against political correctness, it would be different if this idea of political correctness remains the same 10 years later, 20 years later, 30 years later, and so on. Heck, it wasn't even 5 years ago, I was told recently. The possibility that this will become the standard for the future is not zero, but it may change again. That's why I think it's important not to win or lose in the short term, but to always create something that you can be proud of as entertainment. And that's the article. So, in short, Japanese manga artists, they care very much about their creativity, they care very much about their freedoms and their passions in the industry, and they don't want to be ruined by westernized ideologies such as political correctness or woke thought.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That's I got in the middle of it, and I got a chance was like looking at the article and everything. That was the only one you was covering right now, right?
yeah, that one was kind of lengthy, so it was rather interesting because it was the first one I found out this week, and it was just talking about political correctness and manga.
Right.
Yeah. What up, Envy, and what up, DHR? I'm glad you guys are here today.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Um, yeah, but they shouldn't have to worry about. I would like. I'm glad that they actually starting to express themselves because the thing is that I don't want them to feel as if they need to like cater to westernized audience. Like keep on doing what made anime good. Like a lot of these people who haven't and gave it a chance was like, can't believe I'm watching this, but yet they'll go watch something like Grey's Anatomy or I Love New York or some crap like that and
Yeah,
feel very accomplished by themselves, but they see some anime titties, they want to go fucking crazy and try to torch the world in flames. Like I don't understand people, but yeah,
yeah, exactly, man. So I think that was much needed just to let people know that yeah, we're not gonna tote the line of what the United States does or the UK does or anywhere in other Western countries that they gotta all shows have to go through a specific criteria and we can't cross lines or we're gonna piss off a certain segment of the population. We just can't let that happen. Oh no, no.
right.
Yeah, I'm very grateful for that. And I believe there's one more article in anime, and I think this is yours, and it's talking about, oh my goodness, Jujutsu Kaisen. It can't be. It
Yeah,
can't be.
it can't be. So my JJ getting put up. The title of the article is Jujutsu Kaisen announced an indefinite hiatus due to the creator's health. Man, like, and it's, I mean, it's kind of like common news now. We hear about a creator's health and that they go on a hiatus, but it's still something that doesn't sit well, especially to a series as big as Jujutsu Kaisen. So, Jujutsu Kaisen may be one of the biggest manga being published these days, and it is. The manga is fire. I think it goes, solo leveling and then Jujutsu Kaisen. So it's literally is like my second pick if I had to recommend mangas to read. But it doesn't mean it is vulnerable to changes. As you can imagine, creator Akitama has been under a bit of stress bringing his supernatural series to life. Any creator would. And now a new report has confirmed that Akitama addresses a few health issues and reason why that Jujutsu Kaisen is going on is indefinite hiatus. The information came to light earlier this morning when sites like WSJ Manga hit up Twitter with the news, and it was fans learned that Akitama is taking an indefinite break from his series. So Weekly Jonin Jump will be resting Mujo in the Dory until further notice. And you can see the tweet informing about his health conditions. And again, it's sad because we lost a lot of we just recently lost the author to Berserker. You know, I think it's like, can we say it's been about like a good like 10 or 15 years that we lost the person to what is it, High School of the Dead?
Right, right.
And then I know we covered last week that one of the main writers, main composers for Gundam Seed passed away, and then of course the things going on with one of the animators, or I want to say animators, one of the original people for Gangster that we gave a shout out to. She having her health issues. Man, doing manga and having that dedication does mess with the mind body. Like a mental illness is just as dangerous as as a real like physical health issue, because the way that they have to sit down and really focus on these stuff, it they don't realize that like what they try to get that craft from, that they kind of like take toll on their body. And some people like don't even leave a room for like almost a whole day trying to come up with an idea to impress.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. Because I'm looking at the. I just looked at the second paragraph on that article, and it said Gage Akatama was born in 1992. So that this person is only 28, 29 years old. Like that's young, still very young. Like what's going on here? Like why are these people working tooth nail? From 3 o'clock in the morning to like 1 o'clock a.m. going in the next day, just steady grinding, man. Just nonstop, and it's like really taking a toll on their health, man. It's like they're not getting any sleep. They probably got like 3 or 4 bags underneath their eyes. They're having to constantly rub them at their drawing, or making the script for the next chapter. I mean, it's crazy.
Right.
Yeah, right. Azros, he said, the author just died of berserk. He was only 54 years old.
Right. And see, what's so crazy too, because I'm actually reading this manga, and it's actually kind of like co-read, because when I be looking at it, my wife, she kind of be asking questions about this manga, but it's not like the greatest manga in the world, but it kind of like gives you insights of the manga creating world, because it's called Reku Jetsu no Pathos, and it pretty much deals with this guy who graduated, and became an animator. He had a thing for his teacher, and apparently his teacher got a thing for him. So it's one
Wow.
of those types of things. But you actually get to, it actually does like focus a lot on like how like all of this come about, like how you have to kind of like outsource sometimes, different scenarios where your idea may not just be the only thing that could work out for it. So again, you may have to get a friend or a buddy, or have to literally like make deals for it. And it's not the only one that I checked out that actually focused on it, because I was always curious myself about the world of like how the manga is created and what they have to do. And man, it's crazy. Like the craft is serious.
Oh yeah, it's very serious. I mean, the
Very.
amount of detail that these people have to put in just to make their world known, and just to have people like really connect to what they're trying to see and portray, is
Yeah.
something that I think few people can really understand and comprehend. You know.
Right. And that's the thing too, because like, like making the decision about like characters and stuff like that, because again, I know VG will probably gonna hate me for this, but that goes back to the Attack on Titan situation with Sasha. Technically, if you read the manga and everything, Sasha was supposed to die a long time ago. That potato loving girl was supposed to die a long time ago, but all his whole team liked her so much that they convinced the author not to kill her off as early as what she should have died off at. So he made an ultimatum. The same thing with Naruto with Rock Lee. If you're familiar with Rock Lee and the tuning exams, technically Gaara was supposed to take his life, but the creators love Rock Lee so much they decided not to. But for some reason they wanted Neji to die. I don't understand this. That kills me when I think about this. But but that tells you like how like much they craft like pays off. Like they create characters that we really love, and really interact, like like again, like some of my favorite characters being Shishomaru, Itachi, Esdef. Those are just some examples of characters that I truly passionately love because of the kind of character they create from this. So again, you know and they get shout outs for being just the manga artist, period. Even if they work don't pay off and they don't have like the big name or anything like that, they still get my congrats on even taking the attempt to do something.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Check out Yeah, Charles comment that, yeah, I can't imagine being a manga artist for years, but if I would choose to retire, I want to go out with a bang. Yeah, that's if you could stay healthy.
Yeah, that's if you can stay healthy enough. Only certain people have. Like right now, if I had to pick a manga artist who actually would go out with a bang, would probably be Tokyo Ghoul artist. Like he's still kicking. He's trying to work on another series now, but if he was to die, people would know that he had a successful but still kind of choppy series, which was Tokyo Ghoul. I mean, I love Tokyo Ghoul, but I have complaints. I have complaints.
Yeah, they gotta be like they gotta be like my man Monkey Punch, the creator of Lupin the Third. They gotta be like him, man. You gotta die old. You gotta be successful, retire easy, and die old. You gotta be like Monkey Punch.
Right. And hopefully, look, and the One Piece community is praying that this guy can finish it and go down as a fucking legend. That is
Get real
what
older, yeah, man.
yeah, he's getting older, man. And he talking about we got like a good like 7 years before One Piece end.
Damn, 7.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna be
Holy shit.
man, it's gonna be gray hairs on my fucking balls before this finish, bro.
Dog, I'll be 40.
Yo, it's just crazy.
Isn't that crazy? Like I'll be damn near 40 years old by the time One Piece is over.
Man, like One Piece is older than my fucking daughter. Like she's 9 years. She just turned 9.
Yeah.
And she gonna be in like when she turns 7, she's gonna be a fucking teenager. I'm gonna be fucking losing my shit because I'm gonna have to pistol whip the first, knucklehead motherfucker that's trying to talk to my daughter. And One Piece still not fucking finished.
Oh man. That's amazing.
You know,
This guy started in 97, people, in 1997. It's 2021. He's still going, man.
Man, and One Piece is not even like the highest chapters in manga right now. Like
No.
you still got Conan. Conan,
Conan's still going on since the 80s?
yes, Ippo.
Shit.
The boxing Ippo still goes on. Yo, they have not stopped. That's 2 right there, and then probably even more. Fuck. Like I said, the dedication for these manga artists is beyond words. Like it's really impressive, and we know a certain somebody wants to become a manga artist and keep dreaming.
Yeah.
Keep dreaming, kid. Keep fucking dreaming.
I still did not watch that video BGL put on the Discord, but apparently this clown had known enough to jump on a podcast. I don't know what the F they were thinking, but I'm sure that podcast was full of cringes.
For what I heard, it was trash.
Damn.
For what I heard, it was trash, and I'm not watching. And they're not getting my viewership because I do not support that guy. But nevertheless, these real people, these real manga artists deserve the praise for coming up with some awesome things. And again, I could go down the list for you, recommending some really good mangas that's currently going on again, not just only Jujutsu Kaisen, but we got My Hero, which manga is great. Of course, One Piece. And literally my top manga that I am reading, and and Azrael can vouch for me, and JJ somewhat can vouch for me. But Solo Leveling is literally like my favorite thing to read right now. And I gotta read and I gotta finish the new chapter that came out yesterday. Man,
reminded me of that because I gotta read it again because I'm still like at chapter 44, I think.
Yeah, and that thing is so amazing. Like, yo, I'm so happy like being able to not mess something up like that.
Yeah, word up, Sigma Jones. Like the life as a mangaka is like Bushido code in and of itself, man.
Yeah, man.
Truly,
Like,
it is.
like I understand you do the training with the swords, but their swords is the pen.
Yeah, that's the pen, man.
But I commend you on your samurai training too, because that's discipline, that's patience, and being able to know that you're starting from the bottom and literally walking up to be, a beast in incarnation. So, big up to you, man. Like I hate to see you with a sword, man. Like, but if somebody get on your nerves, man, just cut them. Like, that's gonna be my answer every time. If you was to be like, yo, Ash, this guy, he literally, just put his finger in my drink that I got at a restaurant. What should do? I'm gonna be like, man, this is what you should do every time. Go to the trunk of your car, get get the badass katana that you had spent money and training on, and just cut him right in half.
Oh wow.
Cut him right in half, broad daylight, right in front of his kin. No, let me stop. That's not get dark. But nah, but
Ah, my arm!
I
It's
got
just my
two
arm.
daddies now. He's
Yeah,
in half.
yeah, exactly.
But nah, but it's just amazing though, like for the culture and everything and what influence it has on us. And I mean, man, some really big stuff, man. And these manga artists, I like if they was to go on a break for 30 days, I wouldn't even be upset. Take a 30-day break. You probably want to get some buns, experience life a little bit, and
Take a
then come
vacation,
back
man.
to yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I think any manga artist should at least take like 1 or 2 months vacation a year for how much dedication I put into it. That's just how much of a fan that I am, and I will patiently wait. I'm a very patient man. I can when it gets to go to see the point, you just stand in, those lines to ride and rides. That made me a very patient guy, a very patient person.
Yeah, one more thing before we move to the gaming side of things. So I don't know if VJ is still here, but if you've been following Goron Kamui like I have, the manga, dude, they solved the code. Everybody solved the code of the skins, the tattoo skins. They solved it. They know where the gold is at. They know where the gold is at. They don't
Mm.
know definitively, but now the whole crew is going to Hakodate. It's like one of the oldest cities in Hokkaido, and it's in this fort that's like a 5-star type fort. Like it was designed. I forget the Japanese name for it, but like it was there like right after the Boshin War, and so apparently the gold is over there now. So these next couple of chapters are about to be bananas.
Can't wait, man. I still got to
Yeah,
catch up with it. So, 'cause with those solving the code, that means, man, we coming to a conclusion pretty soon.
yeah, a big time conclusion. It's gonna be nuts. I don't know
Yeah.
what's gonna be. I don't know what's gonna happen. So, whew, can't wait to hear it, man. So yeah, let's finally in America
In
get to the
America,
game.
the
Let's get to
gaming
the game.
topics. Gaming topics.
We're gonna first cover 2 trailers. The first being a new King of Fighters character, which I remember this girl. I remember her very well. You will be amazed.
Amaze.
You
Forte.
shall be amazed. Let's get the volume up. それで全力かしら。
Shatter all expectations.
Yeah, man. Like, I hope no kids didn't see that.
Oh man.
Yeah, I remember playing Luan, man. She was actually a lot of fun to use. She's a taekwondo expert, so she was on Team Korea with her husband and Kim Kapwan. I forgot the husband's name. It was Gom something. But yeah, they were pretty fun to play. Yeah, yeah, she was very seductive, as you can see.
Right. Like she looked like she had counter character too, so that make things better.
Yeah, yeah, I saw she had an intermission with Shermie. That's gonna be pretty rude. And yeah, check out this next trailer here. Oh, that's commercial break. Let me play that right quick. This next game, I think we talked about this before. It's a game called Seafood. So basically, it's kind of like a beat 'em up game, and so it's made by Slow Clap. It's a new studio, I think. So let's check it out once I get the screen share up. Okie doke. Dang.
Fucking his ass up.
Yeah, that chick was good. Like, it looked like she did taekwondo as well. She was putting out some awesome kicks, man. Woo! Yeah, that game actually looks pretty good, man. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh man,
Let me check out what platforms it's gonna be on right quick.
I know it said something about PS4, PS5.
Okay, yeah. So it's gonna be a Sony game primarily. Oh man, that's definitely gonna be dope. It was made by Slow Clap. I'm trying to type in the studio's name now and see if I can get them. Okay, they don't have a Wikipedia page, but they're responsible for this game called Absolver too. So it's also like a martial art based game. So it looks like they specialize in 3D combat. The studio does. So that's can't wait to see that play out. That's gonna be nice. Yeah, it does, MB. It really does. It looks awesome from what I can see. Oh, it's gonna be on PC. Good, good. All right, let's see. The next article. We don't have that many games besides the E3 one. So I guess we can go right to Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you got two articles. This one is from Bloomberg, if I'm not mistaken. I found that one. I'll pull it
Okay.
up from the screen share. So here you go. Bloomberg. Activist
Active.
investor wants heads to roll after $6.2 billion Cyberpunk. Woo! Oh, what's this?
Well, I don't know if you remember, but a few podcasts ago, we talked about that. You know that there was a breach,
Right.
and they go over a lot of things that happen. Like he wants to out the top executives at the largest gaming studio for the boats release of Cyberpunk 2077 title that wiped out more than half of the community's value. UK best advisors, which didn't specifically how big of a stake it holds, and CD Projekt Red wrote to the studio's board expressing utter dismay and disbelief with developments at a company for over the last 12 months on behalf of all shareholders. CD Projekt hyped Cyberpunk as the next global blockbuster and one of the most sophisticated role-playing games ever. Keanu Reeves starred in and advertised the futuristic dystopia while Musk tweeted about it. But the game's complexity appears to have overwhelmed the studio. Its release was postponed three times. When it finally came out in December, it was so riddled with glitches that Sony Group Corp was forced to remove it from the online store and offer clients a refund. Everybody here, Sony don't offer no motherfucking refunds when you starts to play the game for at least 30 minutes, and that includes streaming it when you earn a trophy in it. So why? They know it was bad when Sony issues a refund, a full fucking refund. Nearly a half a year later, and after repeat fixes, apologies by CDA Project, as well as a hacking incident which delayed work, and the game still hasn't been reinstated by Sony since Cyberpunk debuted. The studio stock has lost 57%, erasing 22.6 billion, which is in our value of dollars is 6.2 billion in value. 6.2 billion,
Oh my gosh.
not a million, a billion. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I had to put emphasis on that. But 6.2 billion. That is crazy. How much they lost in stocks? 57%. You know they downsizing. You know they downsizing. I don't think you could have initially tried to make so many mistakes as these guys have made. So we know what they said. It's really shocking. I bet it fucking was. He said that he solicited other shareholders to replace the supervisory board unless CEO Adam and his deputy
Marcin.
Martin
Yeah.
are recalled immediately. So they want heads.
They
They
want
want
heads.
they want fucking heads. And I honestly, again, I would never commend anybody to lose their job when they are trying so hard to pick themselves back up. I would never try to commend somebody, but that's 6.2 billion dollars on the line. They need heads. They need about 10 of them and they team.
Do they have enough skulls?
I don't think they do, man. That's 6.2 billion. Yo, you know what I can do with 6.2 billion?
Retire immediately.
Retire. I'm buying me a nation. I'm keep bruh.
Yeah, I'm buying an island.
Man, it's over. I'm
It's
just
over.
saying. It's over. So as this goes on to bash like going forward, that jointly own at least 36 of CJ Project Red and therefore play a large role in selecting the supervisory board. The biggest financial investor is NN Group, NV Polish Percent Fund, which a 4.2 stake at the end of last year, according to the database. So yeah, they like almost every person under their investment team, their stocks, everybody wants something to be done. This is doesn't make no sense because I think they had about like a good like 5 or 6 updates, and then one of them updates they did inform that they did have a breach in data, so that was even a fucking butt fuck for them. It's I don't know, man. Like, there's nothing wrong with having the comms about a studio that you really love, but it's no excuses. Like, no excuses for any company dropping. You have to pay $59.99 for a game, anyways. To me, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, there's a lot.
And you release bullshit. We even JJ, I think we even show like glitches that was going on, like how a person was supposed to get hit by a car and a person end up getting hit.
Yeah, exactly.
Going through poles, ended up in the middle of a pole. Like that game is faulty, and it should have went on a fourth postpone for a year at least to work out all these fucking kinks. But they didn't. They got
But yeah,
greedy.
like we've been saying in previous podcasts, like the game's been in development for several years, like almost 10 years, and it still came out like this. There's really no excuse. There's no excuse for it at all. What is this mess, man? Like, what are you trying to sell us up? See Project Red? Really?
Yeah, it makes no sense, man. Like again, like people spending hard on dollars to get a game that's retarded. That's like that's not working. And at this point, again, I don't support blackmailing, going to Twitter and everything, but they needed to because this was just it was aggravating. And I ain't talking about the one Sony fanboy who was crying about Returnal. That's just dumb. He's a jackass.
Oh,
But like JJ, this motherfucker gets mad because he said I guess Returnal, like he experienced like a crash and he believed he was close to beating the game in one run. And I'm like, it happened, to the best of us.
oh wow.
Like
For him.
I'm one of your biggest supporters, Sony. I can't believe you did me like this. They've been doing it for years, motherfucker. You just not realizing that?
Yeah, he must have his head in the sand.
Man. But overall, CD Project Red is going to burn tremendously.
We may not be done yet. We got more. We got another article about Cyberpunk. We got more CD Project Red slander. So let's check this out. Look at this one from Polygon. Cyberpunk 2077. The publisher says the data breach is worse than originally thought. Oh boy.
Yeah, and see, we just said something about the breach. The parent company of the developers, Cyberpunk 2077 CD Projekt, announced on Thursday that the data breach is suffered early this year is potentially more damaging than you originally thought. The news was announced during the high-profile industry premieres showcased during the Summer Game Fest hosted by who is that?
Jeff Keighley.
Jeff Fury. Okay. In early February, CJ Program announced that it was targeted by a cyber attack and that the data, including video game source code, had been stolen. At the time, the Polish company said that the certain data was being held for ransom by unknown parties. I remember we was talking about that, how they were trying to sell it back to him, but they didn't want to, and then they outsourced that boy. It did
Right.
not confirm the type of data stolen. Today's announcement is still vague. It seems like the innocent that the data was quite sensitive indeed. Um, this is the statement. I mean, we read over this previously, so I don't want to go back over it.
Yeah.
But which was delayed multiple times. I guess they talking about the launch of Cyberpunk. So yeah. So overall, let's just sum this up. They are pretty much.
Basically, it was trash. Like the breach is so bad, it could really jeopardize the company's future.
Yeah, so they more worried about a fucking breach than the actual development of the fucking game. Like at this point, let's be honest. Like the breach, y'all fucked up. The game, y'all fucked up. So yeah, bro. Man, I swear, this is what people are afraid to pay $59.99 for because they're afraid that their game that they invested in is going to be shit.
Complete dog poop. Oh man. But there's another breach, guys. There's another hack, another breach. Mayday, Mayday. More thievery, more buffoonery. This time it's EA. EA Sports. It's in the game. In America.
In America.
Yeah, check this out. Gaming giant hacked and source code stolen. Stolen! Check this out. The hackers, or the attackers rather, they claim to download the source code for games like FIFA 21 and the proprietary Frostbite game engine used as a space for many of the high profile games. News of the hack was first reported by the news site Vice, which said some 780 gigabytes worth of data was stolen. EA said no player data had been stolen in the breach. Woo, good. This firm is one of the largest game companies in the world. It counts major series such as Battlefield, Star Wars, Jedi Fallen Order, The Sims, Titanfall, among titles its developers or publishes, as well as a vast array of annual sports games. So here's what they want you to know. No risk to the players. We kind of covered that before. So they're investigating a recent incident of intrusion in the network where a limited amount of game source code and related tools were stolen, the EA spokesperson said. No player data was accessed, and we have no reason to believe that there is any risk to player privacy. Lucky you. The company said that it had already improved security and stated that it did not expect an impact on our games or our business. Oh, you don't say. Law enforcement has been contacted. Woo, police. The network intrusion was not a ransomware attack, and it happened recently, EA added. In its report, Vice said that it had screenshots of the hacking forums used by the attackers who are advertising stolen data for sale. See, that's why they stole it. They're trying to get some money. Money, money, money. See, what else they got? What else they have? So in November of last year, Capcom, the maker of Street Fighter and Resident Evil, suffered a ransomware attack, which may have revealed the personal information of up to 350,000 people. Yeah, dumb. And in February, of course, we talked about Cyberpunk suffered another ransomware attack, which resulted in the source code for several games being stolen and auctioned offline. In that case, the hackers claimed to have sold the data for more than $7 million, though it is not clear the sale actually happened. I think they made this sale. I think they did. Oh, you back, VGL? Maybe you missed it, but I did talk about Golden Kamuy a little bit. So if you want to go to the playback, you can hear me talk a little bit about that. But we just gone over Electronic Arts Gaming. Their source code has been stolen, and it was tried to be put up for sale for $7 million. So the hackers really want that bread. And we also cracked on CD Projekt Red. That's all that you missed.
Yeah, and now EA going to get cracked too because, god damn, Vice and a Frostbite system. I just want to touch on this because I do play a little bit of Battlefield. And the Frostbite system in Battlefield is actually pretty damn good. Is why one of the most precise systems that you can use right now. I don't think it stands hand to hand with the Guerrilla Game system like system and engine that they use for Horizon and Death Stranding,
Mm.
but it's definitely up there for the multiplayer aspect of things. And yeah, you saying that it doesn't affect players now because you're trying to get that info out there, but when it happens, just wait and see.
Yeah, okay. They're gonna start getting pizzas called at their house.
Man, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that could happen. But yeah, VGL. Basically, what happened in the manga is the tattoo skins code. It has been found. It has been identified. They solved the code. So that's what happened. But I touched in further detail on what happened earlier in the stream. So yeah, you have to go like around the 50-minute, 55-minute mark, and you'll get more details there. So yeah, they have solved the code. Finally, to the main event. The main event.
We are here.
E3 2021. E3.
E3.
Yes, we see what the previous showcase is going to be for tomorrow. So they're going to talk about the Switch, the Pro, Nintendo Switch Pro, Battlefield 2042, Final Fantasy Origin, Marvel, and more. Let's see. And of course, these are just leaks. That means most of this could be in E3, most of it may not be. But let's check it out. E3 is the most exciting time of the year for the gaming industry, when it's all for our favorite publishers and studios to get together to show us what the future holds for interactive entertainment. By the end of E3 2021, we'll know what's next for the Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, and PC gaming. You can check out a complete schedule of E3 2021 conferences here. We'll probably look into that last. Not all of the show's massive reveals are reserved for the trade show, though. After all, E3 season is a time for major leaks. Indeed, it only takes one Reddit poster, one data miner, one accidental listing on Amazon to spoil a big surprise. Despite the fact that E3 2021 is an all-virtual event, meaning less opportunities for sneaky leakers to snap pictures from the expo show floor, this year is no different. Here are the biggest leaks and confirmed rumors you need to know about going to E3 2021. So we got the Nintendo Switch Pro. That has long been rumored. Allegedly, the Nintendo hardware will be upgraded to originally for the regular Switch, and it's going to have a few improvements such as the 720 resolution OLED screen as well as 4K capabilities. Oh boy. In essence, this hardware upgrade will be to the Switch what the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X were to Nintendo's main console competitors. So let's see. They don't know if it's going to actually make an appearance in E3, and Nintendo hasn't said anything official about the Switch Pro that will lead up to the press conference. But Bloomberg confirmed in May that the upgrade console does indeed exist and that the Big N could be preparing to launch the Switch Pro as soon as September. Ooh, that's this fall. If Nintendo sticks to that timeline, E3 2021 would be the perfect venue at which to unveil the future of the Switch platform. Let's see, it's gonna sell at $299, the standard model, and $199 is going to be the light version, Switch Lite. The Switch Pro could start shipping as soon as July, although it's unlikely Nintendo will be able to meet demand at launch. So yeah, that's obvious. Next up, Call of Duty. Call of Duty Vanguard. So the game is reportedly set in the European Pacific theaters of World War II and will feature a campaign, multiplayer, and a zombies mode. Oh boy. Vanguard will also introduce big changes to Warzone, including a new map set in the Pacific Theater that is significantly larger than Verdansk. The report didn't include any info on the types of weapons and operators that will come to Warzone when Vanguard launches, but BGC did confirm new vehicles will be introduced to the Battle Royale mode. Let's see, Sledgehammer Games, along with the help of very other internal studio Activision, is working on the game, which is currently scheduled for a November release on current and last-gen consoles as well as PC. An official announcement is reportedly planned at a later date. So Activision will unveil what's coming in Warzone Season 4 during the Summer Game Fest, which was yesterday. Season 4 is said to be scheduled for June 16th. Next up, Battlefield 2042. So, Battlefield fans, they've been clamoring for this new installment of the EA shooter series for quite some time. Indeed, it's been 3 years since the release of the last game, Battlefield 5. But fortunately, the wait is almost over. EA has already announced the reveal for the game during E3 week. Fans will learn the title of the game as well as a first look at the gameplay and maybe get a release date. And looks like some of that information has already been leaked. As described as a middle ground series between 1942 and the mech-filled war zones of 2142. That's interesting. According to the leak, the game will feature the biggest maps in Battlefield history, broken up to sectors about the size of a Battlefield 3 map. Best of all, EA will reportedly announce the Battlefield 2042 beta for later this month, per outlet. Next up, Final Fantasy Origin. Let's see. They were surprised to find out that it wouldn't be in the form of Square Enix's upcoming Final Fantasy VII. Instead, the Japanese publisher is reportedly set to announce Final Fantasy Origin, a new action RPG title from Team Ninja. Uh-oh, Team Ninja? The studio began an excellent Neo games. That's right. The leak comes from Fanbyte, citing sources close to the project that describes as a Dark Souls-like action RPG set in the timeline of the original Final Fantasy for NES. The game is reportedly a timed PS5 exclusive with a PC port also planned for the future. An alpha demo called Stranger in Paradise is apparently scheduled for sometime this summer. Oh boy, new Final Fantasy. Coda. I had not heard of this game before. It's a Marvel game. Let's see. 2K Games faced a huge leak ahead of E3 2021. A slew of its biggest announcements uncovered on a Reddit thread and picked up by VGC. The massive leak was later corroborated by a reliable games journalist, Jason Schreier. So, what does the leak reveal about 2K's potential E3 plans? Quite a bit. So let's start with the big one, an XCOM-style turn-based tactics Marvel game from Firaxis. Indeed, after licensing its superhero properties to PlayStation Studios, Nintendo, and Square Enix, Marvel Games is now working with 2K. Unfortunately, that's all we really know about this new superhero title. The good news is that we'll likely learn much more about this unannounced game during the Take-Two Interactive Conference at E3 2021. And what's this? Guardians of the Galaxy? What? Okay. Let's see. The long-standing Guardians of the Galaxy game from Deus Ex Human Revolution and Shadow of the Tomb Raider studio, Eidos Montreal, will finally get an unveiling during the Square Enix conference, according to Schreier. The journalist previously reported on Guardians' secret developments at Eidos, a project that put Deus Ex series on hiatus indefinitely. Dang. I like Deus Ex. That's about all we know about the Guardians of the Galaxy game at the moment, though. Even what genre the title is in remains a mystery, although we're going to assume it's not another loot shooter like Marvel's Avengers, which Eidos also worked on for Square Enix. Expect this to be the big ticket item during Square conference. And we have a new Borderlands game, Tiny Tina's Wonderland. Let's see. Borderlands this is a spinoff. This is a spinoff for who made Borderlands? I forgot.
Gearbox.
Yeah, there it is, Gearbox. Yeah. So Tiny Tina's Wonderland, as it reportedly called, could be an announcement for either Take-Two conference or the Gearbox presentation ahead of it. So let's keep an eye out. The next one, Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic remake. What?
Be right back while I grab something to drink.
I got you. Let's see. The old school Star Wars gamers, they begged for another installment in the Knights of the Old Republic series for 2 decades. Wow. It's for good reason this duology of RPGs set at thousands of years before the film saga is one of the best things to ever come out for the galaxy, far, far away. So the bad news is that cries for a third installment have fallen on deaf ears, but that doesn't mean there isn't something new coming. Schreier confirmed in April that a remake of the original 2003 game is in the works, but not in the Bioware or Obsidian Entertainment. This is public at this point. I basically confirmed that Aspyr, which is the company that has ported a bunch of KOTOR games, is working on the remake. Aspyr, which has long been the studio behind several modern Star Wars ports for the LucasArts era, I haven't seen anything official on the matter, but Knights of the Old Republic remake is definitely the type of nostalgic showstopper, just waiting for its big moment on the E3 stage. It's hard to say when exactly we'll see the game, though. Now, this game I'm not familiar with, Steam Pal. Ars Technica has confirmed some of the rumors. Valve is developing a Switch-like portable PC designed to run a large number of games on the Steam PC platform via Linux, and that can hit the market as soon as the holiday season. The handheld is reportedly called the Steam Pal and will feature a traditional gamepad controls and a touchscreen. And I believe that's the last one.
God dang.
Woo! That's like, how many games was that? One, let's see, I'm counting. Hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's 9. That's 8 games in one console. So let's check out the conference right quick. Yeah, this is another article that came out today, actually. Came out today. Let's see. This is all for tomorrow, guys. So here's the E3 2021 schedule right here on the Eternal Vigils podcast. So Saturday, we got the Guerrilla Collective, Wholesale Direct. Ubisoft will do their presentation Saturday, June 12th at 3 p.m. Eastern. Devolver Digital, Gearbox at 5. Games Beats, 5:45. Upload VR Showcase at 6. Let's see. 24 Entertainment, Microsoft, and Bethesda. That is going to be Sunday, June 13th at 1 o'clock. Square Enix, Sunday, June 13th through 15. Warner Brothers, Back for Blood. That's at 5. PC Gaming Show. We got the Future Game Show. That's going to be Sunday. Verizon. Oh, interesting. Monday, June 14th at 12. In television, that's going to be Monday. Take-Two, Mythical Games, Indie Showcase. Then Capcom, Monday, 5:30. Razer at 6. Nintendo, on Tuesday at 12 o'clock. Wow, they got a 5-hour slot. Damn. Bandai Namco at 5:25. Eureka Studio, GameSpot Showcase at 6:35. And then we have the E3 Award Show on Tuesday, June 15th at 7:45 p.m. Eastern. And let's check out the games that might be released here. Let's see, some notable ones. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I just played that last night. Back for Blood, Battlefield 2042. Let's see, we got a new Bloodstain. Call of Duty, Death Trash. That seems interesting. Death Stranding, Director's Cut. Dying Light 2. Elden Ring. We saw that yesterday. Endless Dungeon. Evil Dead, the game. Far Cry 6. That's highly anticipated. Halo Infinite. Hopefully they fix that game. Let's see. Hello Neighbor. Jurassic World. Kraken Academy. Kung Fu Kickball. What? That should be interesting. Okay, Marvel's Avengers, Metal Slug Tactics, Monster Hunter. Let's see, Orcs Must Die. Okay. Phantom Abyss, Rainbow Six Extraction, Rainbow Six Siege, Resident Evil Village. That's already out. Run Die, Run Again. Let's see, Shadow Warrior 3, Starfield, Tales of Arise.
Oh yeah.
I saw that yesterday. I saw the trailer yesterday. The Gecko Gods, The Light of Darkness, Tinkertown, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Let's see, Unmetal, Vampire, The Masquerade Blood Hunt, Watch Dogs Legion, and that looks like that's it for that. And then of course they talk about tickets, and that is the end of that article. So we just covered most of E3. How do you think this is going to look out, Ash?
I mean, a lot of the trailers already, like some of the trailers already hit the internet. So I mean, I don't know. I guess they're gonna do it for extra viewership.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Because I mean, they had the Summerfest stream yesterday with Jeff Keighley, and most of them games kind of like, for me, it was underwhelming. The only one that seemed interesting was the Vampire Bloodlust game. That seemed kind of decent, and then Elden Ring graphically looked amazing. like the very end of it, graphic wise, it was like, damn, that shit does look good. But the rest of the games was like really, really cringy or just I don't know. I just wasn't really feeling it.
Something we already seen before.
Exactly. So yeah, anybody else looking forward to the E3 conference, or you kind of like us? We're just like whatever. I mean, we kind of seen the stuff. We already know what to expect. We'll probably just go on the weekend like normal, and then just see what's being said later at E3. That kind of deal. Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen. Apparently, Final Fantasy Origin is gonna be a Souls-like game. Yeah, the article talked about that. Sure did. Oh, they lost game 3? Damn. Uh-oh. That's not good. You got to protect home. Can't lose at home. Atlanta. Now the Sixers got home court again.
Oh
And speaking of
man.
the NBA, man, freaking Donovan Mitchell, that kid is going off, man. He scored 45 points in game 1. He scored 37 points in game 2. Killing the Clippers. Killing them. So yeah, guys, excuse me, I'm eating the cake. But that is the end of the show. We just wanted to talk about E3 and cover that because we know that's going to be kind of a big deal for the gaming industry. And so, if anybody else has any other topics before we close out for the next 5 minutes, do tell us, and we'll try our best to look it up before we make a close for the night.
Man, E3. Like VGL said, 2011 all over again.
ah. Yeah, looking very underwhelming, apparently. It really does. Truly. But
I don't
yeah,
know.
man. I think tomorrow I'll probably see if I can get the new Guilty Gear game. I might check that out. I'm still kind of playing the new Virtual Fighter, so I'll see if it's there. I might go ahead and just get it and see how it is.
I'm waiting on it.
Oh, okay, you're gonna wait.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I decided to wait on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, probably more DLC on the way and stuff. I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and then of course July, Samurai Warriors 5 comes out, and that'll be the next game I'll probably like stream on a regular basis.
Oh yeah. I might stream late tomorrow because I'm trying to get this air fixed because man, like being in the gaming room with just only a fan, it's bearable but not too long though.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. Freaking steamy, sweating inside the house and we ain't doing nothing. Like, damn, I know the feeling. Envy says, I hope the PSX rumors are true. Hmm. Well, E3 didn't talk about it, so I don't think we're probably gonna see it there. Then again, I could be wrong. Stranger things have happened.
Oh yeah.
Stranger things have happened.
Stranger Things.
Well, we'll give you guys 2 more minutes and then we'll go ahead and draw this thing to a close. We know the next episode will be 39. 39 on Ash the Man's channel. So
Oh
please
yeah.
follow us not just on the JJ Wilson channel on YouTube, but also follow Ash the Man on his channel as well. And that's where we alternate our shows back and forth. Like even numbers is where I'm at, odd numbers is where he's at. And if you do want to be a guest on the show, you have to notify us first. Don't try to say, "Hey, put me on the show, put me on the show." You gotta notify us first, and then we'll give you the details later on what to do next.
Yeah, because it may be something we talk about, want to talk about in private because if we don't want you on the show, but at the same time trying to be like as properly nice as possible with it, you definitely don't want us to just be like, well, guess what? We don't want you on stove, so fuck your life.
Oh. And that's just being lighthearted about it. Damn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's best to just message us. I don't like trying to like go over answers because keep on asking like in the chat and stuff like that. It will definitely like bring something that you don't want to happen. And I mean, if Azra get to you first, then I feel sorry.
Oh yeah, yeah. Our main moderator, he does not play when it comes to trolling and yes, not at all.
And
In
the
America. Yeah.
You know.
All right. So we made our 90-minute mark. We want to thank you all for coming into the podcast tonight. We definitely was very informed on things here, especially about E3 and also the hacks that have been happening in these game companies. CD Projekt Red looking worse and worse by the day, and Electronic Arts, man, definitely get y'all stuff together. That's a mess. So yeah, hopefully no more crazy stuff happens in the game world. But if it does, we will definitely let you know about it.
Oh yeah.
All right. And that'll be all for tonight. You guys have a safe weekend. Stay out of trouble. It's crazy out here in these streets. And do take care. See you guys later.
Peace.